Hello, good day. This is Mr. Dizon, and for today, I'll be presenting to you how to use analysis of variance in your Excel software. Now, previously, I have presented t-test. Then, for today, uh, paano natin gagamitin yung analysis of variance or ANOVA. Now, tanda natin that kailan natin gagamitin ng t-test. So, let's look into your independent variable, then your dependent variable. We use t-test when, for instance, yung independent variable natin is categorical. Then, that categorical, usually a nominal or even an ordinal variable, is grouped by 2. So, 2 group sample. Yung sample natin is grouped by 2. Then, your dependent variable is continuous or scale. So, interval ratio, sometimes ginagamit din natin yung ordinal. Now, kailan natin gagamitin yung ANOVA, which is now yung subject matter natin ngayon. Gagamitin natin yung ANOVA, kaya sometimes nakakalito yung t-test and your ANOVA. Gagamitin natin yung ANOVA if yung variables natin, if your independent variable is categorical. Then, same as with your dependent variable, dapat continuous siya or scale. Now, ang pinagkaibahan ng t-test at ANOVA would now be yung grouping. So, yung sa t-test natin, an example, kunyari of our grouping, would now be gender. So, gender could be classified into 2, would now be males and females. So, 2 groups yan. However, pag ginamit natin yung gender, at yung groupings ng gender is more than 2, gagamit tayo ng ANOVA. So, for instance, gender, ginamit natin yung LG, your male, female, LGBTQ, or nagdagdag ka pa ng mga groupings, which is obvious. For instance, in your questionnaire, gagamitin natin ay ANOVA. So, therefore, more than 2 samples, ang 2 group samples, ang gagamitin natin when it comes with ANOVA. So you want to compare, just like t-test, ANOVA also uses comparison or to identify kung may difference or kung may equality among groups. Pag more than 2 yan, gagamit tayo ng ANOVA. So kung gender is male or female, t-test. Pag ANOVA, it would now be more than 2 groups. Or for instance, provinces. So, pag yung province natin is, we have around 13 ng province ng Pilipinas. Nakalimutan ko na. So, pag provinces, madami yan. ANOVA din yan. Or for instance, you want to know political parties dito sa Pilipinas. Does it affect their electoral participation? So, more likely, gagamitin natin ay ANOVA. Unlike with American politics, where they practice a two-party system, so, dito siya sa t-test. So, ganun, no? Although, when you try to check on references, ANOVA also uses to group, no? Kaya it depends on your research advisor kung ano yung dapat na gamitin. Now, by the way, may emphasize, independent variable natin would be more likely continuous or scale. Now, in some dissertations or rather researches kasi, gumagamit sila ng Likert scale to measure, for instance, independent variable. Okay lang yan. Or more likely ito, electoral participation from dun sa example na binigay ko sa handouts, 20-point survey. So, it is considered to be interval. So, yan yung ginamit natin. Or for instance, 4-point Likert scale dito sa as your dependent variable, you want to know the overall perception. So, gumagamit din tayo ng Likert scale sa dependent variable. Okay, dami kong pinagsasabi. Let's now go on how to use ANOVA in your Excel. Okay, first things first, we have to activate yung toolpack natin. For those who haven't checked out some of the videos, i-activate muna natin yung toolpack natin, which includes yung mga statistical functions sa Excel. Kaya hindi na tayo nagma-manual dito, no? So, go to your options. So, go to your add-ins. Then, check dito sa manage. Make sure you select yung Excel add-ins natin. Then, go. Then, make sure naka-check yung analysis tool pack. So, pag naka-check yan, okay, may a little bit of loading na lalabas dyan at lalabas na siya sa data tab. So, okay. So, among the tab, check yung data tab nyo. Then, proceed to your data analysis. Okay. Now, gagamitin natin is analysis of variance. Now, I forgot to include this one. Okay. So, gagamitin natin tong data na to. Okay. So, identification of variables tayo. So, independent variable natin, you as researchers wanted to know, for instance, kung may difference nga ba yung religion or your religious affiliation, your religion, to, kung may difference nga ba yung religion, towards electoral activities. Electoral activities. Okay. So, assumption natin, may isang certain religion, more likely pag Muslim ka or Katoliko ka, you have a different set of electoral participation participation towards yun, no? So yung cause natin, does religion affects electoral participation? So yan yung independent at dependent variable natin. So religion, madaming groupings yan. Then electoral participation, 20-point 20-point survey yung ginawa nating measurement. Okay, so going back, paano natin siya makakompute? Data, go to your data analysis. So nandito sa data analysis, may sets ng statistical functions tayo. Let's go to ANOVA single factor. Okay. Now, papunta nyo sa ANOVA single factor. Again, make it a habit na include natin yung labels. Okay. So, pag sinasabi na natin yung label, so naka-organize siya through columns. So, nandito yung groupings natin. So, once na sinelect natin, make sure na nakaselect yung first row, which is now yung labeling ng ating groupings. So, ulitin ko na lang. So, ganyan siya. So, click enter. Now, kung hindi mo chinek yung labels, select mo lang yan. However, so discarded na yan, no? Basta dapat attentive din kayo kung na-check nyo yan. Okay. Alpha, 0.05, yan yung level of confidence natin, yung margin of error natin. Then, saan lalabas yung findings? Pindutin natin dyan. So, just double check na yung findings, then click OK. Okay, overwrite. Okay, so yan yung ating data. So ito yung analysis of variance. Okay, so punta tayo sa first table. So summary. So count. So equally allocated yung respondents natin. 24 respondents. So kumuha tayo ng 3 from Roman Catholics, INCs, Islam, Jehovah's Witnesses, etc. Anglican. Okay, so nakikita natin. Then yung sum nila. So yung sum, inad yan, more likely we do not need this one. Pag descriptive statistics, madalas hinahanap natin yung average. All you need to do is to find the descriptive equivalent. Bahala kayo if you found a range that would now equate the average per religion or religious affiliation, tapos interpretation nyo, tapos nandito na din yung variance. Okay. So, more likely, pag na-check natin, we could already made our own interpretation dito. So, for instance, pag Roman Catholic, 14, Iglesia ni Cristo, 16. So, from this selected, let's make an assumption or random analysis na mas na mas nagpa-participate in terms of election yung ating mga INCs. Then, susunod would now be your Roman Catholic, then yung Anglican. Then, yung pinaka-low electoral participation will now be your Jehovah's Witnesses. Then remember to cite theories kung bakit, no? So from your average alone, you could now make a little bit of analysis, a pre-conclusion. However, kulang pa rin yung assumption natin, no? Kaya insufficient yung ating average. So some researchers will now suggest we now go to inferential statistics, and we will now be using ANOVA. Okay. From your second table, paano tong ANOVA? Okay. Yung ANOVA natin kasi, when we do manual computation, medyo complicated siya, no? This is, ANOVA has the very longest solutions, no? definition of terms na lang tayo. This is sums of square, degree of freedom. So, pag sinasabi natin degree of freedom, so yung whole population minus certain numbers, usually n minus 1, n minus 2. So, ilang yung respondents natin? 24. So yun, no? Nakalimutan ko na sa ANOVA eh. Basta may computation yan eh. Then your mean square, hindi naman important ito, no? Now, paglabas ng data, ang kailangan natin tignan, itong tatlo. Just like your t-test. Yung sa t-test natin is t-value or t-stat, then t-crit. Now, for your ANOVA / f-test, Friedman test, ang i-check natin would now be yung f. We will compare yung dalawang f, then your p-value. Okay. Katulad ng ginawa ko sa t-test, ganito siya, no? Okay. Pag ANOVA, lalabas is the f value at yung f crit or f critical value. Now, dun sa manual computation kasi yan, that would now be yung f tabulated value versus your f critical value. Okay. So, we have yung dalawang values, f crit. Now, ganito yan. I forgot to craft yung hypothesis pala natin, no? Okay. Balik muna tayo dito. Pasensya na. Now, with certain datas, it's a best habit na you craft your hypothesis already. Okay. So, nakikita natin dito may assumption na tayo. Is there a difference or is there no difference? Okay. HO natin, negative affirmation yan. So, more likely, we just craft it right now. There is no significant difference. So, shortcut na lang natin. There's no significant difference in terms of difference between, although you could do better, but I could do better, pero bilisan na lang natin. There's no significant difference between electoral participation when grouped according to religion. Okay, shortcut na lang natin. Then, yung alternative hypothesis natin, kopyahin lang natin to, for instance. Then, alisin natin yung no. Okay. So, there is no significant difference, then there is significant difference. In your distribution curve, kunyari ganyan, tapos imagine that you have a curve. Pag HO, nandito siya sa loob, sa bandang middle ng curve. Pag HA, nasa labas siya ng curve. So, sa rejection area siya. So, more likely, let's go immediately dito. Okay. So, balik tayo, no? So, we want to prove that we have two assumptions or hypotheses. Na that religion, as your independent variable, differs when it comes to electoral participation, or the other hand, which is HA, na may difference ang when it comes to religion, may difference ang electoral participation. Okay, medyo magulo na. But balik tayo dito sa F-crit. Okay. Now, pag mas malaki yung F-crit natin, pag mas malaki yung F-stat natin, yung F compared with your F-crit, more likely, we accept yung HA natin, which is now your alternative hypothesis. So, may difference siya. So, may difference na may nagkakaiba. Kaya, more likely, ibang-iba yung iglesia compared with your Roman Catholic. Now, for another example, ba't nag-iba to? Okay. Galing ah. Basta ganyan. Okay. Now, if your F crit is greater than your F value, i-accept natin yung ating null hypothesis. More likely, no difference. Now, ang assumption dito is, kahit nakita na natin dito sa mean natin na nagkakaiba, walang difference, magkakalapit lang yung value. So, religion is not a determinant when it comes to electoral participation. Okay, tignan natin yung values. Unahin natin yung F value. Okay. When it comes with the F value, 19.70. Okay. Yung F crit natin is 3.10. So, yung kalabasan, mas malaki yung ating F value. Therefore, we now reject the null hypothesis and accept your alternative hypothesis. Or simply, may difference siya. This alone will will now dictate na may difference when it comes to religion. And another way on looking into your hypothesis, no, okay, that is one step, yung F value natin. Now, second, as stated dun sa t-test natin, we have to look into your P. Okay. Now, similar with your t-test, kaya medyo tricky na to, is we use yung alpha level natin na 0.05. Okay. Now, pag mas malaki yung P value, with your 0.05, we now accept yung null hypothesis natin. So, no difference. No difference siya. So, walang difference, walang causality. However, pag yung P natin ay lesser than 0.05, we now accept your alternative hypothesis that there is a difference. So, check natin yung P. So, pag ganito, pag lumabas yung E, ibig sabihin siya, na scientific notation, exponent, sorry, shit. Okay, pindutin natin yan. Okay, 0.000, okay, more likely lesser siya than 0.05. So, same, we now accept yung alternative hypothesis natin, which is now may significant difference. Now, similar with t-test, ANOVA, chi-square, ito yung lagi natin tanda, no? Ang titignan lang natin will now be your F or sa T, pag sa t-test, then your P value. And tip again, as I always emphasize, immediately pwede naman natin tignan sa P value. Sinusigurado lang, so we are making sure that consistent, no? So pwede natin tignan yung F, or we could now directly go to your P. Tignan lang natin kung i-compare lang natin siya sa 0.05. So that's it. Oh, by the way, comment. Okay. The problem with your ANOVA pagdating sa Excel, we could not do post hoc analysis. Maganda sana to kasi pag nag-manual computation tayo, no? Kasi in your manual computation, hanapin natin yung F value. Now, pag nahanap natin yung F value at lumabas na may significant difference, katulad nito, we now proceed saan nga ba yung mga anong group nga ba yung nagdi-differ. So, in logic, for instance, so nagkaroon in your F value, first step, lumabas is may difference. Alamin natin ngayon per variable, per group, sino ba nga ba sa kanila yung nagdi-differ. Kaya yun yung gamit ng post hoc analysis. However, yun yung disadvantage at yun yung disadvantage ng ating Excel. Excel could not do post hoc analysis. Unlike sa SPSS, pwede natin gawin yung post hoc analysis. So, probably, that would be a different video tutorial. Pero, but in your research kasi, more likely, satisfied na yung ibang researchers pag yung researchers or yung panelists pag nalaman na may difference. However, minsan kasi they also require post hoc analysis. Kaya more likely dito na nag-hire ng mga statisticians, or simply you just use your SPSS. So I think that's it. Pwede na. Okay.